Dr. Tenisovsky. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty amazing. So, can you tell me a little bit about what telemed is?
Yes, well, this pandemic has definitely changed how medicine will be practiced going forward, that's for sure. So we are open and we are practicing essential healthcare. So healthcare facilities are kind of exempt from some of the lockdowns. So we want to make sure patients are not going to the ER or anything that might lead them to be exposed to patients with COVID because of acute conditions that we can actually treat in the office still. So we've adapted to using telemedicine as well. And that is kind of like a virtual visit with patients regarding skin concerns that may not require them to come in. So maybe for like a refill of a medication or a new rash that they might have gotten that's not like severe or really urgent.
And that's really cool. And I guess it gives you more of a personal relationship with your patients. What are some things that you've learned about your patients through telemed?
That's a great question because at first I thought it might be impersonal because it's done through video, but I get to see their other family members. I get to see their kitchens, their homes.
You told me that you do a lot of these appointments still in the office compared to your living room. Why is that?
Yes, so we still have our office open for business. So that is to see patients that need essential medical necessary either visits or procedures. So things that might prevent them from going to the ER. So we don't want them to get exposed. And we are following all CDC guidelines. And we have like such strict protocols in place to ensure the patient safety and our employees' health and safety too. So we have really strict measures when it comes to sanitation. We have a daily check on everybody coming in the door with their temperature and making sure we're screening all patients for any signs of possible COVID symptoms.
One thing I wanted to ask you about these telemed procedures, what are some of the, I guess, downsides to it that you've realized from just your perspective?
Well, I guess there hasn't been, we're all still trying to figure out the telemedicine in general across all insurance companies. So making sure that it's covered benefit from insurance companies, which they're very open and accepting right now. And then also just sometimes just your normal technological things like audio, visual, making sure people have a smartphone that's compatible with using um, some sort of like video feature. That might be a little bit of a challenge to get everybody set up and connected.
Is there anything else that we should expect, I guess, from the healthcare companies going on with this pandemic? Or is telemed just the new thing at the moment?
Well, I think it's the new thing at the moment, and I think that they will roll out a little bit more of a standardized process as this pandemic kind of goes on, and then we see what it looked like in the end. I think this will ultimately help save healthcare dollars in general. It'll help save ER visits, urgent care visits, things that patients might have an easier access to online rather than waiting and getting delayed treatment because they're afraid to go to the ER or the cost of the ER. So I really think it will be like a money saving tool in general for insurance companies. So I would not be surprised if they roll this out and this becomes even more expanded.
So, what are some positive comments that you've actually heard from your patients that have done this with you?
Well, it's interesting with some patients that I've done the virtual platform with telemedicine. I get to meet some of their other family members that maybe they never brought into the office before. So it is kind of like I get to meet the family and I get to have like an invite in their own home.